Whee! I'm back. Today was kind of busy. I had to do some... Now control turned off. I had to... Oh, my eyes. What is it, sorry? Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. This is my science sheet. Inside this is a bunch of textbook, random junk, and a Mr. Tiddles machine. This is where Shinji sits. Shinji is this extremely organized, a reflection of his obsessive compulsive personality. What is it? Weekend was chilling the most part, but I would like a better, longer weekend, more like, not a better weekend necessarily. After having like a 4-day weekend, what, like last week, coming back to another real 2-day weekend, I want another. Well, we are getting another. Oh, that's the fucking annoying part. After next week's long weekend with Anzac Day, it's going to be fucking back to 3 days in the office. I'll try keep my stream days consistent. It should be okay because I don't need to go out town on those days, so it's not like I need to wake up earlier or travel far or like mentally feel more drained. Because closer it is, the office being closer to home, just mentally kind of, the moment I step foot on the first floor, my feelings of unease intensify. There's a student wearing a red uniform. Leo, a new transfer student. The instant I lay my eyes on him, I immediately feel intimidated and humiliated. There's also someone trailing behind him. It looks like one of my classmates. The more I think, the more I realize that Leo isn't the only anomaly I've come across while on the campus. There are other things that seem off as well. No shit, Sherlock. It's becoming clearer now. There are people who shouldn't exist, students that mysteriously vanish, the fabric of reality is coming unraveled. Don't turn away now. What's the truth? Don't turn away now. What defines the world you know? Don't turn away now. There's a reason why you're here. Come, do not allow yourself to close your eyes to the truth. Yeah, speaking about work things. When I tried to open the door, a sudden burst of distortion ripped through me. It felt like my body was going to be torn apart. Attempting to go any farther would be suicidal. I should turn around now. Okay, the rest of the text should be like the same. Let's get going and meet Saber of the Red. But yeah, work thing, yeah, it's losing like one of the biggest advantages from the place that I work right now. It's pretty much like the last straw for me. Like, I have no reason why I should be like around this place anymore, in my opinion. Anyway, Leo and one of the guys from my class talking in the hallway up ahead. The attention to detail is quite impressive. Even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. That's the case. This world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Oh, he says guys. Did he always say guys? Or how about you before? You guys? For a moment it felt as if he included me in his comment. However, Leo begins to speak to my classmates, obviously to my presence. Hey, X Revenge, oh, welcome. How's your weekend? Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation. Not you, Revenge. I'm talking about I was reading the game. Of course, it's not the first time we had a conversation. Leo gives me a smile with no hostility. However, I have the suspicion that there is something malicious behind the smile. Not too bad. How about myself? You got confusing for a second. I know, right? The timing was like perfectly on. But yeah, it was okay for me. I would definitely like a longer weekend, so I'm looking forward to. I was talking about how I'm looking forward to next week's Anzac holiday, but also not looking forward to at the same time, just because there's going to be some changes at work, which I don't like. Attending a school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before. I know, right? Long weekends are always good. In that respect, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end. I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. And for me, the time to do so has arrived. Yeah, it's what it is. Apparently, so we had an advantage in our team of having one extra day off from the office, as in like, so we get to work from home one more day than the rest of the teams in our business, but now they're gonna revert that. Yeah, I saw the new Metro release. I was like, when my mate said it, I was like, do you mean Metroid? I'm like, I didn't see any Nintendo Directors. Like, no, Metro. I'm like, what the another Metro game? Kind of excited for it. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I know there's a trailer. I need to see that. Yeah, it does suck. Honestly, it's like one of the biggest advantages that the place that I work in right now had, that extra one day of work from home. But if they're gonna say they're gonna revert it back so we align with everyone else, I'm gonna like, it's kind of like the last rule for me. You're gonna buy it as soon as the trailer, as soon as it's on sale and the trailer's so good. Okay, I need to go watch it after this. With those final words, Leo turns his back on me. Let's continue the game for now. Yeah, well, I have to do a lot of talking in this game because it's not dubbed, because it's so old. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell would be accurate in this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess I should use the more congenial see you later. Well, it's time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck. Leo said as much, even going so as far as looking in my direction. For some inexplicable reason, I'm not surprised that Leo knew I was spying on him. I'm trying to get things straightened out in my mind when Leo suddenly disappears. Then coming near the end of the year, so don't get too excited. Oh, that's not too bad. It's actually good that it's further away, because, man, I kind of didn't, or more like I forgot about Pragmata being so early this in the year as well, because I bought Resident Evil 9 on February, right? And then Pragmata coming out like this week. I'm like, I can't play this game. Like, bro, I can't play like a back-to-back on full whatever. What's the thing again? I'm thinking about like a full featured AAA AAA game like back-to-back. It's so expensive. I need to see when it goes on sale. Pragmata. It looks cool, but yeah, I'm just gonna get onto a new game right now. The student who is following him also disappears after touching the same spot on the wall. At the same moment he vanishes, my vision distorts and the shock threatens to overwhelm me. What is going on here? I wonder if this place is the source of my unease. Yeah, so Metro being at the end of the year, honestly, is much better for me. It gives me room to buy some games. Recently found a new game you love as well, one of the best you've played in years. Oh, that's cool. Finding one of those gems, that's like the best feeling ever. Like him, I place my hand on the wall, expecting to be drawn in. I see now that the way to the truth to why I have these feelings begins right here. I wanna know! The atmosphere changes. There's a doorway and entrance where the concrete wall used to be. It's not something of this world. There's no doubt this door leads to someplace unfathomable. I begin farewell to the false world and take my first step towards the truth. It's based on the movie too, which recently is super good. A movie-based game, that's... A movie-based game to be good, that's kind of new. What game is it, if you don't mind me asking? Hello there again, my stupid mannequin. Metro later, they suits you because you have other things to do throughout the year and time to replay Metro games as well. Yeah, fair enough. I think I'm pretty fresh on Metro because what, it's been like 2 years? Holy shit, has it been 2 years since I played it? But yeah, it's pretty fresh in my mind. But definitely having other games to play through the year, that's going to be a thick one. An entrance to the other world. Beyond this door, the previous statement perfectly describes the view before me. Walking behind me is my strange silent attendant. It is to be my sword and shield for what lies ahead. A disembodied voice suddenly confirms my thoughts. Although I have yet to learn anything, I need to do something besides stand here. Oh, World War Z! Basically about zombies taking over the world, and it's essentially a remake of Left 4 Dead. Yeah, I know both of it, like World War Z and Left 4 Dead. Bro, I lived and breathed Left 4 Dead. I am of the age where that game was actually new. Probably it's been 2 years since I played Metro. Yeah, time is flying. So yeah, if you didn't know already, I'm very old, man. I'm like exceptionally old. I'm a boomer in a way. Well, not an actual boomer, but yes. Hey, Control to select. Welcome. Oh, Mr. McBaggins, you changed your name. Welcome. It's been a while. I'm young in soul. Nah, man, I'm old. Much better than Left 4 Dead. Something much better than Left 4 Dead. That's a statement. I think I saw World War Z. I think I have it on free from what is it, Epic? So I don't know. Might give it a go. Yes, thanks for the little confirmation there. Control old. I am old, but hey, do not fucking bring up that meme. Do not bring up on that meme in this chat. Get the fuck out of here. First thing you come in here and you drop the meme. Come on, too early for that. Man, I really don't know how that became a meme. Graphics are much better, so there's so many zombies. Oh yeah, because the World War Z movie that had like tons of zombies as well. So like I could see how the game will try to have the same thing as well. Okay, those kids literally said that meme over the warehouse. Oh, I haven't been touching grass enough, so and because my lifestyle is only like work and home, so I don't have kids around me, and luckily I don't get to hear the meme. But man, hearing that on a casual warehouse, damn, it is over. At the very least, there might be some clues to this bizarre experience up ahead. Yes, it's a very bizarre experience hearing kids say that meme at a warehouse. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only the strange doll as protection. Right, because we're going to change the education system to force them to learn Latin. The dead language of Latin. Everyone needs to learn it. It's not fun hearing 6-7 every day in high school. Fair enough. And yes, no worries, revenge, I know. Final year though, thankfully. Man, I'm surprised, like, you guys in the final year are even saying, because it feels, the 6-7 seems more of like a middle school meme for some reason than a high school meme. Revenge, you're an old soul. So I'm a young soul, but Revenge is an old soul? Nah, it's alright. It's alright to act at your age, I think. is like born after 2010. Yeah, fair enough. That kind of hits about right. Man, how that became a meme. Like I heard that because I saw the Moist Critical video of how that became the meme, but it's still like so dumb. And the way it's sticking for so long, I don't get it. Honestly, but high schoolers just say anyways for some. Yeah, I guess being just high school, you just say things. I think we used to do that as well. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I'm too old. No longer a typical school campus. The floors and walls, the air, even the aura are slightly off. It would surprise me to see a monster pop out from the shadows. It's very much like a dungeon here. Welcome, potential master. Cross was in high school. Kids had iPod Touch. No. No, man. When we were in high school, it's much older. This Control Alt, you are very, very underestimating my age. Most memes are even funny either. Some of them are genuinely funny though. Yeah, I know, right? Some of the old memes, there are like some funny ones, but some of the new memes, they are kind of like unexplainable. Like, why did it become a meme? iPod Nano, bro. iPod Nano was new when I was in high school. Yes. No, LimeWire was new. LimeWire? LimeWire must have been when I actually got into uni. Some of the new ones are funny though. I haven't checked out what some of the new memes are. I've been off like any sort of social media because just too much stress looking at social media these days. I've like cut off pretty much all social media unless you count YouTube. But yeah, so I've been very far away from like new memes. Yeah. What is it? Control Alt, like I literally lived through the thingy days. Man. I surprisingly actually did listen to radio. What is it? Man, why can't I think of it? Fucking the thing that Lars Ulrich sued. Dang. Lawsuit. Napster. Napster was around when I was in high school. That's how old I am. 90.2 is the best radio station? Which one's 90.2? Man, I don't remember the radio stations now. Actually, wait, it doesn't. Jesus, there some atrocity old people radio stations. Yeah, radio stations are worse now, I think. Oh, The Rock? Yeah, The Rock's good. The Rock's at least got some old good music, so. But radio these days, man, it's rage baiting. There's some good songs sometimes, yep. Since it is a rock station, I swear, like, radio is like the new rage baiter, like 100%. And it's gonna be getting so much worse. With the shocking suddenness, a voice begins to speak. It sounds like it's coming from the empty sky above. If you're looking for your answers, you must reach the goal. Now, please step forward. Remember, played Hot 100 songs back in 2025 in December and had it on for hours waiting for some of my favorite songs. Oh, On The Rock, nice. I'm calling because I'm sick of everyone buying toilet paper in New World. Man, the days of COVID. The illuminated cube in front of you is called an item folder. Inside of it is a farewell present of sorts for those about to face the coming trial. Touch it to open it. Well, speaking about toilet paper, got a funny story. You got a funny story behind toilet paper? What? What happened? Here we go. Ah, monster! Remember back in 2021, I think it was, I saw my neighbor's garage full of toilet paper, like full from the ceiling. Oh, what? Actually? So there was actually people who did that and you saw one? Damn. I know, right? People being silly. I think the only closest thing that I saw was like someone filled at Pack and Save. They filled up, I think it's a cart, maybe half a cart, but that was about it. Like, I haven't seen anyone stacking up stuff. Genuinely saw it was cranked up. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. There's some idiots that stack toilet paper for weeks and cyclone. Oh yeah, the cyclone thing. Well, yeah, that makes sense. But like we won't be running out of toilet paper. Like the whole bread going out of the shelves, that makes sense because like you might be out of food for like 3 days or something, right? But like toilet paper, fuck, how much are you gonna use? Are you gonna like shit every 3 hours? Like people stack up toilet paper so much. It's like, what do you do with all that toilet paper? Like if you use that much toilet paper like normally, like bro, you're wasting so much toilet paper. Thankfully the cyclone changed direction and avoid Auckland Marine Station. I know, right? It was so lucky, yeah. And like, bro, and people got mad about that. It was like, why do we have to prepare so much for the cyclone? I was like, bitch, it's better to be safe about these cyclone stuff. Like, it could have been bad. It's just lucky it hasn't been bad. Like, take it as a like real good, like, you know, it's a good stroke of luck that we have. I don't get some of the people, man. It was, right? It was forecast to be really bad, so I was genuinely worried as well, but it was very lucky that it steered its direction a lot more east, which helped everyone. So you had like 9.2 meter swells offshore. That's huge. It's still like, you know, like decent. It's like kind of decently dangerous kind of territory. So it was good that they forecasted to be potentially dangerous because it could have been. But for you as an enemy program, it is programmed to attack on sight. Touching it will initiate a battle. But you won't actually fight as you are too fragile. The effigy given to you will fight in your stead. If your effigy is ever destroyed in battle, you will no longer be shielded from harm. To put it bluntly, you'll die, so be very careful in battle. But there's no need to be afraid for now. Just do what I say and you'll be perfectly safe for the time being. First off, why don't I explain a little bit of the battles? The stupid rock, scissors, paper, here we go. You've been in a 2 meter swell and that was awful. Do not recommend anything higher. Yeah, I mean like, even like a 1 meter swell is kind of like, ooh, this is getting iffy. I think people like heavily underestimate like how sea swells can be. PB Tech have good sales, never does, man. Bro, I saw it, so because I'm contemplating if I want to sell one of my old PCs, and I was trying to check up on the spec list and the RAM. The RAM, oh my god, the RAM that I have in this old PC, I bought it for like on the RAM prices are fucking bonkers. So I bought it on the invoice that I have, on the order invoice, it says $220 or something like that, or $230 max. That same model is like $600, 600 and something. I'm like, bro, this is DDR4, it's not even DDR5, what the fuck is going on? I was baffled. The worst part is like Raspberry Pi prices going up. The 16 gig version Raspberry Pi 5 is $600. I'm like, bro, this is the dumbest thing ever. Same with the Cook's tray. Went on into Ireland there last April and swell was 3 meters. Bro, that would have been a scary trip on a ship. I would have got seasick immediately. First of all, there are 3 basic commands that you can issue in a battle: attack, guard, and break. Each turn in battle is composed of 6 actions, and you will need to tell your effigy what your strategy is to be. Yeah. The enemy before you be quite easy to defeat, as it will only perform break. Break is focused solely on power, shouldn't be much of a problem against attack. Now use the attack command to destroy the program. Yes, yes, yes. Why not? Was on the ship, so not awful. Is 2 meter swells on a boat is much worse? Really? Like being that awkward amount of height is just worse, is it? I was going to get forward out of your seat if you didn't hold on. Now that's a roller coaster ride instead of a nice cruise. So how did it go? One thing I know is that in each turn you'll have to plan a series of 6 moves that will defeat your foe. the goal is still far ahead. If you must bask in the afterglow of your victory, so do so while moving forward. One minute it was only sky, then the next the ocean. That's crazy. Not a fun day. Yeah, that definitely doesn't sound like a fun day. It definitely sounds like a very seasick day. Oh look, here comes another program. You seem nervous. Perhaps you are anxious about fighting another battle. Do not be alarmed. That enemy isn't strong enough to harm you. It's programmed to only use attack. While attack is potent action, while attack is a potent action, using guard will allow you to defend and then counterattack. Guard can be used to reduce the damage caused by an enemy attack, but I trust you know this. Now that you know this battle will unfold, or now that you know how this battle will unfold, use the appropriate command to defeat the enemy program. It's gonna be a while. Oh, we've got a bot here. A 3.5 hour trip from memory. I only felt seasick for maybe 15 to 20 minutes, so went outside to get some air and went back inside and you were fine. That's not that bad. Don't get seasick easily. Didn't throw up either. Yeah, bro needs to get deleted. I'm not taking shit for those bots. Yes, that's exactly right. As you may have already noticed, performing 3 successive actions in a row will result in a chain. By performing multiple chain attacks, you can perform a devastating follow-up attack on your opponent. While doing multiple chain attacks in the heat of the battle may be difficult, the results make it worth the effort. Now please proceed. I think some of those bot accounts that do the whole, please come here to get more viewers, or like click this link for more viewers and stuff. Those ones, I think they operate by mostly hacked, sleeper accounts. You should be used to the fundamentals of battle at this point, but I'll walk you through this one last time. This program will only use guard and do nothing in battle but defend against harm. But no matter how stout one's defense may be, it will break for naught against the break command. Dead intent theory may be true, to be honest. I'd be saying like quarter or half the user may not even be real, which is crazy. I know, right? Like, always wonder how those bots hack you. Most of those bots would be hacked from leaks. Some of it will be there might be some that's brute force, but mostly will be like leaked information from other stuff. And if you don't follow the general practice of changing your password for every other account, then if you have one of those, I'm just going to use one password for every single account, there might be chances that that's the way it got hacked. So like, say you had a YouTube account and there was a YouTube data leak, and in that you had the same email address or username and password that you share to Twitch. Those would be like the most common one. Brute force attack usually never happen these days, if I'm not mistaken, just because it's too time consuming. So that's generally how they do it. Remember, always to use the appropriate command for any given situation. And initially I thought it was those bots. I thought people just, made tons of shell accounts or something like that. But I noticed Twitch, what was it? Was it last year or the year before? Man, time flies. Even through the 3 battles, you have used the attack, guard, and break commands. Someone as intuitive and observant as you must have already noticed this. Each of the 3 attacks balances each other out, creating a situation where no attack is dominant. Yeah, it's a rock, paper, scissors, I know. what I just covered is the absolute basics of the basic of battle and the minimum info you will need to know. Once you master the basics, all that is left is to test yourself in battle and gain valuable experience. Now, please proceed. Come on, tutorial be over. Yeah, so I thought initially that it's by, you know, people just making new shell accounts to do those bot stuff, but when Twitch closed operations in Korea, I saw a bunch of Korean accounts coming up, and I'm like, oh, so that's why, that's how they get through get all these weird bot accounts is by hacked accounts. All of the enemy programs you've faced so far only used one move, which won't happen in a real fight. Like you, your enemies will choose their actions based on the situation and general observation. Their actions will be very difficult for you to predict at first. As you face the same enemy multiple times, you will be able to read their tendencies and patterns accurately. And that's the part that I don't like about this game. Although considering your lack of fighting experience, I may be expecting far too much from you. But anyways, please try your best. Yeah, but that's generally how I found out that, you know, they're just... That's the way that they are making shell accounts. Streamed about 4 years ago, I think. Did some more around December last year, maybe 4 to 5. Haven't done any since. Might do some more sometime soon, but don't know if there's a point. Yeah, so they hack people accounts and then use them. Yeah, exactly. They hack the people's accounts and use that rather than creating new ones, just because it's too much hassle and there's very likelihood of it not going through. Oh fuck, I should have paid attention just now. It's okay. Yeah, streaming, I mean, it depends, right? If you just want to like hang around, do stream, sure. If you feel like it's too much of a chore, I don't think like you should force yourself to do it. I just do it because, hey, I'm going to play some games anyway, and I feel like I need to make myself to play games these days because, again, I'm old, rather than just playing blindly, or else I'm just way too focused, or like I do nothing but like go on YouTube and do nothing. That's why it kind of helps having this focused time to be like, oh, I'm just going to play games. And when I am doing that, putting on a stream, yeah, I mean, I'm not affiliated or what is it? I don't get any money from what is it thingy either. Monetized. I'm not monetized on YouTube either, so it's just like I just do it for the fun of it. Like as long as like there is, if you're okay with it streaming, then hell, just stream. But if you're like, man, this is too much job, nah, just play games by yourself. I think that's a fair thing to do. Well, I was thinking just stream while I'm playing because you're playing anyway. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, and if you don't mind someone coming in and saying hi, pretty much. Plus, it can be a way to make friends. Exactly. It's just hard to make people, like, see new people these days. So at least you're in school. So after you go, if you're gonna go into uni, it will be a little bit easier, I think. I felt like uni was definitely for me the best period of like meeting new people in general. But yeah, after uni, it's gonna get tough. So it is a good place to meet new people. I don't disagree with that. Bit jump. All right then. Please proceed to the final room. Final room. 100% heard uni is great for socializing and whatnot. It will depend on how you interact as well, though, because like, oh no, actually, yeah, I mean, it comes and goes. I wasn't too much of a social person during uni as well. Yeah, but for the most part, exactly. Yeah, exactly that. Like, I wasn't the most social person as well, but I do feel like I got to have the chance to meet a lot of people in general, as opposed to high school, because I think New Zealand high school, just because we're stuck in the same high school for like 5 years, it's like nearly impossible to make new people, like have a chance to meet people outside of your circle. But like in uni, I mean, people are all around, so sip, 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 indeed, sip, sip, sip. I made it at the end of the very long road after going through a door that suddenly appeared in the wall. The oppressive air of this place where the spirits of the dead still linger. Here is my goal. That's what I thought. High school sucked. I didn't really enjoy high school either, Control, to be honest. Post-high school was dope. Same for me. I think I liked post-high school more than high school. So there is something to look forward to there as well, Revenge. At least here's two people who liked post-high school more than high school. For sure, it's just about getting yourself out there, to be honest. Yeah, it is. Yeah. In uni time, it definitely is. But there will be just, by nature of being around, I think, a school campus, it is just easier to meet other people in general, I think. Further in, it appears as if someone had collapsed. When I look at his face, it's the student who was following Leo just now. I call out to him, but I get no reply. I shake him in an attempt to wake him when I notice he is stone cold. I go as pale as the corpse before me, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare at in bewilderment there. Went to a mate's place last night and made some new friends, so I shall call it a success. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I feel like high school is also a bit of a toxic environment. Yeah, it kind of becomes one, right? Do you go in a single gender or all gender high school, Revenge? Once again, depends on what school it surrounds you with. There's always be that one crowd that's toxic, though. Yeah, wherever you go, there will be a toxic crowd. If you come from a single gendered school for the past 5 years, it's going to be shock when you're back out being in a mixed environment. I had learned the hard way, but I'm no longer scared to interact with people. That's a good thing as well. Controlled. So I was in a single gendered high school, and then my uni was pretty close to single gendered, because I went from boys high school to engineering, and engineering obviously is way more male focused. So my social interaction level kind of was like very, very mid. I luckily had church, so that kind of balanced it out okay. But it's still, and even my church, there were a lot more dudes than girls. So my swing of gender interaction never really kind of caught on. And obviously COVID happened, so it got worse, but I kind of get around it now these days by I get around it by just not interacting with either male or female. I just treat them equally and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna be in my corner. Don't touch me. You're still deciding post-high school options. Some of them, no idea what it will be in terms of mixed or not, though. Fair enough. Usually, unless you're not going to something like engineering, they are very well mixed from what I know. I go as pale as the corpse before. I read that part. It is at this moment I need to fight the effigy. The fallen effigy lying next to the male student comes to its feet with a clatter. After having a fight several enemy programs to get here, it's obvious that this thing is an enemy as well. Without warning, it suddenly twists around and comes right at me. Bound out depending what you do, fair enough. There's still time, and it's not like you have to go to uni in my opinion. And it will be more and more like that anyway. Wait. Let's just go with one. I want to see what it does. Got it. You did a break. You didn't do a break. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Can I die in this fucking tutorial? You gonna head off now? No worries, Revenge. Good talking to you. This fucking breaks. I'm dead. Oh. Was I meant to die here? I can't remember. You wanna get to bed for once early? Fair enough. Fair enough. And it's gonna be a Monday tomorrow, so no worries. Good yapping with you. You seem to be lacking as well. Likewise, take care and catch you something soon too. Hate Mondays, we all do. No worries. See ya, see ya. I can hear the sound of a distant voice. The time has come with your inevitable loss. I will consider this round of preliminaries to be over. Farewell, I pray you'll find peace in your annihilation. That is the voice's final words to me. I don't have the power to protest. All I can do is stare at the floor. I think I'm going to die here. Suddenly at the edge of my now hazy vision, a number of brown-colored lumps seemed to rise from the ground. Actually, it might be that I just noticed them now. They may have been there from the beginning for all I know. Those lumps are the bodies of an untold number of fallen Tsukimihara Academy students. All those dead bodies. The guy before me wasn't the only one to fall. All of the others made it here and died, unable to do anything. And in a very short while, I'm supposed to become one of them. Maybe I should just close my eyes now. I did all that I could, so maybe I'd be better for it to end now. I refuse to give up. I think like if you choose this, it actually goes game over. I refuse to give up. I summoned all of my strength in an attempt to get back on my feet. However, as I try to move, an unbearably intense pain shoots through my entire body. If that's how it's going to be, no, if this is it. Still refuse to give up. I came all this way, I'm not going to replay the whole shit. I don't want it to end like this. I cannot ignore the intense pain coursing through my body. I've reached a point where I no longer see stars as my eyes feel like they are on fire. I feel like all 5 of my senses are being ripped from my body. I'm afraid of the pain. I'm afraid of losing my senses. I'm afraid of becoming a corpse. And the most terrifying thing, disappearing without a trace for any reason at all. It's not right that I disappear here. My conscience shoot through with waves of distortion screaming out against the injustice of it all. What was the purpose of suffering through those headaches just to fade away here and now? What were they all for if I just fade away here and now? Get up! I have to stand up. It's okay, I'm scared. It's okay if I'm in pain. I have to rise above all that, because I have yet to fight of my own volition and my own terms. Oh my, so much words.
死の淵において恐れを抱き、恐れを飲みながらなお戦うか。見事だ。よくぞ言った。名も知らぬ路傍の者よ。その願い、世界が聞き逃そうとも、世が確かに感じ入った。拳を握れ、顔を上げよ。命運は尽きぬ。なぜなら、そなたの運命は今始まるのだから。
Let's go, Red Saber. The sound of breaking glass is accompanied by a light cutting through the gloom. I managed to move my weary body and aching head to see what's happening. I didn't notice it before, but something was slowly rising up from the floor in the middle of the room. That form. Its appearance isn't much different from that of a human being, but something was different, clearly so. The power emanating from it transcended that of any human or of any enemy I faced in getting here. An awesome power that seems as if it vaporized anyone it touched, who swirls within my body almost against my will.
答えよ。そなたが世のマスターか？
Yes. The famous line, the famous fate line.
言葉は少ないが美しい声だ。気に入った。我が身を呼びつけた難心を今はどう思う？よし、特別に許す。 そなたに世のマスターたる栄誉を与えよう。
We get the command seal. She takes hold of my hand and helps me to my feet. From the hands she had grabbed comes a sudden warmth and then a sharp pain, like I've been cut by a knife. On the back of my hand is the tattooed. It's a strange symbol that looks like some kind of crest. Totally confused, I alternate between staring at the mark on my hand and the person standing before me. And then, a noise behind me brings me back to my senses. Turning around, I see that the effigy from before is still there, and now in a fighting stance. I wince uncontrollably, recalling my previous defeat at its hands. What an excitable master I have. Why are you so flustered? While I am by your side, I have no fear that you may lose it. While I am by your side, have no fear that you may lose your way. Remember that victory is all that matters. The blade is the ultimate instrument. Even the muses themselves would bow before the sound it makes. Master, strike with my sword. Show me the extent of your abilities in this first battle.
遠慮なく参るがよい。存分に舞うとしよう。
You know all of its moves, let's go.
行くぞマスター。させぬ返上するぞ。やっ
Easy win.
そこを動くな。受けるがよい。
Because the dialogue looked a little small, but now it looks a little too high. I'll find a good middle ground. The battered effigy stops moving. There's no way it will still function after being effectively torn apart. That wasn't entertaining at all, considering how long I've waited for such a moment. I am truly unsatisfied. She continues to talk, however the sound of her voice doesn't quite reach my ears. The heat coming from the mark on my hand grew intensely during the fight, and the resulting pain has become unbearable and burns through my consciousness. The mark imprinted on your hand is your command seal. It is proof that you hold domination over a servant. You can use it to give 3 orders that must be obeyed. Think of them as disposable strengthening spells. It is also proof your participation in the Holy Grail War. If you lose it for some reason, you will die. Once again, I hear that voice. I somehow manage to ignore the pain and listen to what it has to say. I can understand your confusion, but before I forget, congratulations, you have endured much to make it here. Now rest for a while. You've achieved your first goal. It was an incredibly clumsy effort to say it the least, but that's what makes it all the more entertaining. I've had this duty for a long time, but this is the first time I've seen a master as helpless as you. Nevertheless, be proud of your achievement. Your quick thinking came as a result of nerves and rashness. Thinking about it, this voice sounds like that of a 30-year-old man. How do you recognize that age to be 30 just by their voice? And it's really irritatingly smug. For some reason, I can see the owner of the voice as a priest dressed in somber cassock. Oh, you're curious about my identity? I am honored, but I am insignificant. I am merely a part of the system. I am just a guide, tasked with giving a standard message and given the personality of a prior participant. I am no more than words, no more than the mountain you just conquered, no more than a record of the past. A record? A record? Record or a record? A record of the past. Record? So if I raised any objections to this voice, does it mean I wouldn't receive any answers in return? Exactly. Well, this is unexpected. You have received a commendation, something about you having a light. I have no clue who would say such a thing about me? But that short phrase struck my heart because for some unknown reason I knew the words were sincere. As for I expect good things from you, it seemed like more of a command than an encouragement. Now let us commence your baptism. You have proven yourself worthy of the honor. For most of the monotony of everyday life continues on without an end. Your decision to look beyond the accepted and progress means you have earned the right to exist. However, you have but taken the first step. Be jubilant, the young knight, for the Holy Grail War begins now. I have no idea what he's talking about. The Holy Grail War, the right to exist. That's correct. An object of great power once existed in the world, one that could grant any desire. People called it the Holy Grail and fought endlessly in an attempt to gain sole possession of it. This war, the system you found yourself in now, is an evolution of those struggles. You stand at the entrance of a deadly struggle where many magi will perish in pursuit of the Holy Grail. Listen, magi, had I not bestowed upon the earth desire, you will be merely saints capable of committing sin. Had I not bestowed upon the earth desire. Now fight to the death. The fiery throne of heaven will only receive those with the strongest of desires. The voice reverberates throughout this hidden chapel as if it were the voice of a god. Kill, magi? Holy Grail that grants wishes? These questions and more swirl inside my head and almost seem to carve themselves into my flesh. In war, a weapon is needed. That is your servant. They are the spear that pierces, the shield that protects. A legendary soul whose purpose is to clear your way to the Grail. That is the one who stands beside you. I glanced over at the young woman in red standing next to me, who was looking up into the sky. She is my servant. It seems you have decided, and with that decision as payment, I now open the gates to the Holy Grail War. The marks on my hand, my command seal once again begin to become excruciatingly painful. It's over, I can't take it anymore. Blah, I'm dead. I reach the limits of my endurance and my mind starts to shut down as I lose consciousness. I can vaguely hear the voice's final words. Now let the Holy Grail War begin. No matter the era, deciding who is worthy through battle is the divine providence of a man. Magi who have been invited here by the moon, show me your true strength. Finally, intro over.
ぬかるみの日常は燃え尽きた。魔術師による生存競争。運命の車輪は回る。最も弱き者よ、剣を鍛えよ。その命が育んだ己の価値を示すために。
First week. Sky burns, houses collapse into ruin, people fall to the ground, roads come to an end. The conflict started here. With this, the world that will be restored. It is here that I alone had survived. Don't remember, never forget. Oblivion is salvation and sin, never forget. I was born from perdition. This must be a nightmare. This had to be somewhere. It could be anywhere. These events that occurred in the true memories of childhood. A torrent of blood flows, and a voice resonating with bitter resentment can be heard. Lives fade away without a thought. Friends, family, strangers, all gone. Soldiers with guns, families trying to hold together. A grotesque struggle to the last, until a gentle peace descends as death comes to claim them. I could not accept all I have seen. The question of why never left me. Even with the divide between conflict and catastrophe, even with the divide between conflict and catastrophe, why did such tragedy occur? No more important, why has this world been turned into a hell on earth? A gentle rain begins to fall. All things once living fade away, leaving only one behind. Amidst the helplessness and despair, their soul's last feelings are the rage of. Amidst the helplessness and despair, their soul's last feelings are of rage and regret. The rain wets their cheeks as their eyes close one last time, dying forgotten and alone. Seeing this, I struggle to rise from the depths of death. I will not accept what I have been shown. If I can live again, I will definitely, but there are no second chances, and before long the rain has cleansed the scorched earth. Never forget, I was born from perdition. What that means, somehow, please don't forget it. It seems I saw some sort of twisted, distorted dream. Oh, we're in the sick bay. With that, I wake up in the nurse's office. I must have collapsed and was brought here. So was that world the effigy that blocked my way, and that servant all a dream as well? Only if it was just like that, a dream. No, this nurse's office is far different from, no, this nurse is not, no, I can't fucking read. No, this nurse's office is far different than the one I knew. It's similar but off somehow. So, you're finally awake. I guess there are no limits to feebleness after all. While you were unconscious, I had naught to do but to stare at you while you slept. Oh no, she looked at me while I was sleeping. Blush. The overwhelming, unforgettable presence of somehow, reading issues. The overwhelming, unforgettable presence of someone suddenly appear beside my bed. What I think to be a valiant young man garbed in crimson is in fact a young woman. But as this being is not human, any normal conclusion based on gender or looks would be moot. But it's all for the best, as you have come to in time for the start of the. Why is this grammar so weird? Well, I know why, but it's always weird. But it's all for the best, as you have come to in time for the start of the Holy Grail War. Incidentally, you are fully aware of what the Holy Grail War entails, correct? No, but of course. Do I want to say of course because I know, but what happens? No, let's go. Let's go. As a person that do not know jack shit. And then there will be a second playthrough anyway. Holy Grail War? I've heard mention of it, but what is it exactly? You know nothing of the Holy Grail War, and yet you somehow managed to become a master? While pitiful, ignorance is hardly a sin. I shall instruct you as I am able. Firstly, the Holy Grail is said to have held the blood of a savior and has the power to grant wishes. Holy Grail. That Holy Grail? It's the basis of an entire body of Western religious history. A holy relic set to perform miracles that became well known through the Arthurian cycle. An origin has been lost to the time, and all that remains are base counterfeits. But no matter, the Holy Grail for which you are fighting is a different object altogether. Early on, the Holy Grail War was the name given to the ceremony Magi's held to gain the Grail. In truth, it was a bloody melee from which the sole survivor would be granted the Holy Grail. In simple terms, the tournament you're now in is an approximation of the original Holy Grail War. Now new Magi have emerged in a time in which, Thaumaturgy has all but faded away. What was that word? Magi? Magnus? Magus? Magi? Magus? Although I can hardly believe that these words apply to me, it seems that others think of me as one. It's fucking because the word magician, I think, in this world is banned. That's why they have to fucking use the word magi and magus rather than just saying magicians. It's translation issues as well. There's just a lack of words you could actually put in English to describe what they meant in Japanese. Whatever the case, it sounds like this Holy Grail War is a merciless fight for survival. You're hopeless. Here, to win is to live, to lose is to die. There is only one way to avoid death. The rules are simple. 2 Magi are assigned to fight each other using their servants as weapons. The Magus who loses their opponent is stripped of both their command seal and their life. My eyes are drawn to my left hand where I've been marked with 3 strange symbols. You will face a series of battles before you reach the Holy Grail. The details really don't matter. There are a number of minor rules, but the most important one is win. Simple, is it not? I doubt it's that simple. While I have a million questions, at least I know the basics now. And whether I want to be here or not, I am participants in this Holy Grail war nonsense. Indeed, as long as you understand the basics, that is enough for now. Since when did my battery die? I hope it wasn't during the big, long, important conversations. I think it wasn't. I thought I'd have enough battery left over. Oh, you got him through. That's excellent. You haven't seen Tsukimirara until you've seen our rooftop. Things are strict this round. Kinda like the prelims. So, okay, all the student council types are NPCs. They're dressed in boring old black figures. If you have a question, I'm sure they'll answer you or die trying. Will they actually die? You're a master too. Don't come near me, I have nothing to say to you. What an edgy guy. That's not gonna get you through anywhere, bro. That's weird, I can't get into the classroom. I guess I'll have to kill a bit of time. The room's door won't budge. When I try to open it, I guess I can't get in right now. So, you're the infamous ghost in the machine. It's surprising such a thing exists. The more surprising that Tosaka is participating in this Holy Grail war, I'm sorry. It's sobering. Wait, how does the whole school already know that I don't remember my past? What's going on here? What's up with all this drunk talk? No, Lani.
あなたなのですか?
That's it?
あなたなのですか?
Guess that's it. Oh, Alice. Mister, you're a master too. It's meant to be at the rooftop of Osaka. I've investigated the school from top to bottom, but there's nothing unique about it. The girl pats the walls and the floors, murmuring something to herself. We've never met, but she can't be anyone but Rin Tosaka. She has a nice face and figure, and gets good grades, and is popular at Tsukimiara Academy. From what I hear, she even makes Shinji jealous. However, she became popular while the school was at peace. Things are different now. That defiant gaze is nothing like the vacant smile of a popular kid. The Holy Grail War. Before I knew it, the school had been turned into a battlefield. Rin knows it too. Yeah, I hadn't registered it before, but we're all predators now. It's kill or to be killed. I have to acknowledge it as the truth, even if I don't want to. Huh, hey, you over there. Her eyes soften as she looks at me. Yeah, you. I haven't checked the NPCs out much. Aha, I know a simple way. Don't you move. But I'm not an NPC. Unexpectedly, her fingers reach out and touch my cheek. Such thin, delicate fingers. I realize how remarkable it is that so strong a gaze can come from so innocent a frame. Imagine that. You're warm though. You shouldn't be. Huh? That's weird. Seeing a red cheek flush like that. Her face is just 3 centimeters from the tip of my nose. My heart races at the closeness. Her breath exhales warmly against my cheek, and her hair tickles my bare neck. Her pat down of my shoulder and stomach seems playful compared to the harsh gaze from earlier. Transfixed, I'm unable to move as her pale fingers slide over me. Interesting. You're more well-built than I had expected. You look and feel real, maybe more real than most people. Because I am a real person, you idiot. Hey, what are you laughing at? It's too advantageous to look into everything, even the NPCs. She looks behind her, scowling. Even though invisible, the servant must be there. Huh? He's a master too? No, a master should be more... Wait, that means I fell up. She must be thinking it now because she's blushing as I am. How embarrassing. Shut up, I can make mistakes too. You don't have to call me a pervert. Pretty sure she was addressing an off-color comment coming from her servant there. Could have been my imagination or a hacker. Such a detailed NPC would really exist otherwise. Anyway, you're to blame for being confusing. You're too bland to be anything but an NPC. Nothing but a blank look on your face even now. Were the prelims too boring to jog your memories? She touched on the subject that I would rather not think about even in jest. It kind of grinds me to a halt. No way, your memories still haven't returned? That's really not good. Once you enter the Holy Grail War, the only way out is to win. Leaving prematurely isn't allowed. Even without memories or previous battle experiences, you still have to fight. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You'll be defeated in the Holy Grail War soon enough. She's like, nah, then you're just gonna die. As the concern disappears from her voice, I glimpse the real Tosaka, my opponent in the Holy Grail War. It isn't personal, she considers everyone in the Holy Grail War her enemy. An impudent blow, but it piques my interest. You will be an intriguing foe, should you have the courage. Those are fighting words, Master. When we ever meet her in battle, I will give her my answer to them. Unlike my servant, I have no witty response to my future rival. I have to win. Now that I know what's at stake, I have to win. Well, I guess I pity you. We're not cracking into the system and destroying it, we're hacking. I don't know what's on the other side of the Seraph's wall once it goes down. Did your soul get jarred after you made it into the main event? If it's lost or unreadable, then how about you investigate it later? Well, in any case, you don't look like you're cut out for fighting. Thanks to the excitement or nerves. Thanks to excitement or nerves, everything feels unreal, no matter if you have memories or not. You can't help feeling like you're in a dream. It'll be hard to win feeling so disoriented. So I've lost my memories. Who am I? What is my story? What am I even doing in this Holy Grail War in the first place? All I know is that I'm a master with a servant at my command. Once your opponent has been decided, it's like the tournament has officially begun. What? You don't know who you're fighting? You better go find Brother Kotomi there. I logged in a whim and somehow made it through the prelims. I must be a prodigy or something. My first opponent is Tosaka, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll take her out in a flash. Yeah, sure bro. Hey, how can you remember me? We're in the same class in the preliminaries. Of course! Don't worry, you don't have to pretend. We're both using the plain default avatars. People with custom avatars like Tosaka and Shinji must have some serious mad skills. If the classroom a bulkhead for masters, then everyone here must be a master. Everyone looks so strong, I hope I can keep up. Shut up, you. Everyone say the same thing. I think you say something different. Father Kotomine must be an NPC, like he's the head honcho of the black shirt or something. He's definitely not human. Well, he's not humane at least. Father Kotomine? Find him yourself. He's putzing around in school. Haha, I'm such a lucky guy, my servant rules. Servant's pretty awesome too, it's invisible but I can tell. So, okay, the student council, okay, no, I read that one. And this is the guy that wants to be kept alone. Trying to be a G. Trying to get to nowhere, bro. Your opponent is yet undetermined. That's unusual. Perhaps you ought to ask Father Kotomine about it. We of the Student Council are responsible for ensuring the Holy Grail will run smoothly. If you have any concerns, speak to someone in a black uniform. We will help you as we are able. Or if it isn't our resident lost little master, is there something else you want from me? I said it already, but we're at war and you're my enemy. I have no desire to be a friend. Seeing as you can't remember anything, I guess any info would be useful to you. Since no one else is stupid enough to help, I guess I will. If it's only about basics, I'll tell you what I can. That should be enough, right? Beyond the basics, you're on your own. Poke around the Seraph if you need more specific info. What is the Seraph anyway? That's right, you have no clue about anything. Let me start from scratch then. Seraph refers to the artificial world Seraph refers to the artificial world where we are now. Ugh. Think of it as kind virtual reality. With that being said, it works on a level far removed from supercomputers and network clusters. The creation of a single legendary soul is far beyond the capacity of most of the world's computers. But in this place, there are more than 100 currently in existence. Imagine the power needed to just run the preliminaries with all of the necessary NPCs, etc. Things here are so anomalous that it requires godlike hacking skills just to gain access. To be able to digitalize yourself and exist here requires that you be a Magus level hacker. So, are you okay with what I've told you until now? Okay then, so what do you want to know about first? Oh, so much combo. As the whole point of this place is to win the Holy Grail, it's probably a good place to start. Since I've never actually seen it in person, I can't fill you on all of the details. However, I can safely say that it does exist and its power to grant wishes is beyond doubt. Some Western plutocrats have tried to seal it away, others appear to obtain it for themselves. Even dismissing rumor, the power inherent in the Holy Grail is enough to change reality. And only the last master standing will enter the center of the Seraph and claim the Holy Grail. That is all the masters. That's why all masters are enemies. Of course, this includes you and me. About Magi. As a Seraph is a virtual world, I'm sure you are aware that none of us have any substance. Normal hackers enter system using program, but methods used by a Magus are far more advanced. The Magus will digitalize their soul and then insert themselves into virtual world such as this. That lets them process data instantaneously, which would be impossible for normal hackers. Of course, you can't learn to become a Magus, you have to be born with the required abilities. Born into it. Yes, that sounds right. Magi are the ones who are born with the necessary circuits. There's also what's called third magic, which allows weaker magi's to digitize their souls. Why the hell are you asking about me? I have no desire to even pretend to be your friend. Ah, you think I'll say something that'll give you an edge? Maybe you're not completely stupid. However, it's a moot point, as you won't get out of the first round. You're way too soft and weak. Although I'm no better seeing how much time I wasted trying to help you. How depressing. Still, I owe you for molesting you. I'll help you with the basics. That's it.
So,
Is that all? If you say so, I have no problem stopping you. Now. Well, that's everything then. Don't bother me with any more of your stupid, pointless questions. Remember that you and I are enemies. Even a temporary alliance between us would end badly. Instead of hanging around here, you should be using the time left to you more responsibly. But you're so nice, you told me everything that I need to know. Congratulations, you have been deemed worthy to be a participant in the Holy Grail War. You may call me Father Kotomine. I am an NPC assigned to the task of supervising the Holy Grail War. As of today, you and your fellow Magi have been given the honor of fighting in the arena up ahead. The war is run in an elimination tournament, with the Grail being awarded to the last person standing. In other words, participating masters will kill each other until there is only one person left. Simple enough to understand, yes? Even a complete idiot should be able to understand the rules. Masters get a 6-day preparation period before elimination battles, which occur on the 7th day. I'd advise you to use the time given to devise the most efficient means of slaughtering your foe. On the 7th day, you and your foe will fight, the winner lives and the loser is deleted. If you wish to make a query, speak now. The right to ask about the rules is given to all. How do I survive this? As I've already explained, after 6 days of preparation, you must kill your assigned opponent. Have chosen your servant to use as a weapon for that very purpose, have you not? Preparation period? Of course, the other masters are given the same time to prepare for battle and to kill. As for how to prepare, I cannot help you. Do whatever you feel is necessary. What about the terminal? The terminal will relay any messages generated by the system which governs the Holy Grail War. It is the course of wisdom to pay heed to any messages you may receive. Think I'm prepared. I see. Good luck then. Something troubling you? Or was that you have yet to be informed of your first round opponent? Just wait a moment. Strange, there seemed to be a system error. I will locate your opponent by tomorrow. One last thing, masters that continue to advance will be given a private room. Yay! Your room will be located in classroom 2B. Please enter this password into your terminal. Well, the time for conversation has come to an end. The door ahead leads to the arena. As for today, concentrate on becoming accustomed to the inner workings of the arena. The arena entrance uses the same door you went through during the preliminaries. Good luck. Hey, Cross. You'd be willing to do your poor teacher a tiny little favor, right? Of course. Thank you, you made my day. So, my favorite kendo sword has up and disappeared. Stashed it in the supply room, but it somehow managed to find its way into the arena. Since I can't go in there, I need you to get my kendo sword and hand it over during the first round. I'm not here all the time, so you'll want to check back every now and then. Thanks again. Side quests. I managed to summon up one hell of a powerful servant. Guess who? I bet you can't. Come on, you can tell me. Do I look stupid? What makes you think I'd give away such important information? Hey, you're the first one that fucking bragged about it. What a well-tended flower bed. Sometimes it's hard to believe that nothing here really exists. But the Seraph is nothing more than a virtual world created solely for the Holy Grail War. It's one of those things that you have to see to believe, right? It's pretty amazing. Guys are saying pretty much the same things that I heard. Yep. Hey Cross, you made it in? Well, if Shinji can qualify, anyone with a pulse can. Making it to the final round is going to be tough. Everyone here is the best of the best. Hey, at least this guy's acting nice. At 128th final qualifier, we of the Student Council welcome you. Kotomine might have already told you, but the Holy Grail War is divided into 7 rounds. Until a winner is declared, we of the Student Council are here to support your efforts. Now, I'm the final master that came through. The old school commissioner kind of sucked. Oh well, as long as I can buy curry bread here, I'm good. But isn't curry bread the lesser one? Why do you want to buy the curry bread? You want the yakisoba bread. You're a master too. I know things just kicked off, but man, there are a lot of people here. Honestly, you look really absent-minded. You better pull it together if you want to win. You know, I decided to participate with my honey and we are able to get through the prelims. I have gathered as much information as possible for my honey. I entered this war thingy with my darling and we're both made it past the prelims. Behold the terrifying power of love. Maybe you should find someone to help you out too. These two. Master, once inside the arena, if you leave, it will signal the end of the current day. I recommend that you complete all of your shopping and data gathering before entering the arena. No, we need to go to our room before going to the arena. Kotomina told me classroom 2B was my private room. If I hold up my computer terminal, I can enter. When I raise the terminal to the north, I hear a low hum or maybe an incantation. The door opens.
いささか殺風景だが、よい、我慢しよう。世に何か話したいことがあれば、ここでするとよかろう。
I'm relieved at both Saber's good mood and the fact my private room was prepared. I should come back here when I want to talk to Saber.
どうした？落ち着かぬようだが、ここはそなたに馴染みの学び屋であろう。もちっと落ち着くがよい。世を見習え。まあ、とはいえ気持ちはわかる。何事も初めての時は緊張するものだからな。二度とはない初陣だ。大事にせよ。
Okay, I saved. I know it's cutting short of the stream a bit, but man, I think going forward this game I might be just having short streams because, I mean for at least this game is because there's so much talking. My mouth is getting so dried. Oh, in my throat, it's kind of, There are times when my throat is kind of being a little bit too lazy. It doesn't want to respond as quickly as I want. Okay, anyway. That'll mean I'll be back for this game on the next Sunday. For now, I say goodbye.